Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
What's
My
your
name's
name
Pauls.
again?
What?
What is your name again?
Pauls. My name's Pauls.
Pauls. So, Ramon, very pleased to meet you. What are you going to play?
I'm going to play fourth movement from Silvestrini, Six Etudes for Oboe. And I'm also ready to play sixth movement from Britten, Metamorphoses, Arethusa.
Wonderful. And could you tell me, are you studying in Riga or?
Yeah, I'm studying in Riga, Josip Svitos Academy of Music, and I just finished the first year here in oboe class.
You are how old, if I may ask?
I'm 20 years old.
Okay, wonderful. So whenever you are ready, we can start.
Okay.
Okay, bravo, Pauls. Very nice. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. So very nice. I liked many things, how you worked on the piece. I think that basically it is quite clear from your side, but I would like to discuss some topics about the musicality on this piece. I mean, as you know, it has no tempo. You know, it's very impressionistic and there is no tempo. But I think we can be a bit more consequent with the figures what Silvestrini wrote, because it gives us an idea of the length and the proportions he wants. Of course, we have, I would say, almost total freedom, but I think it's very interesting to just follow his proportions by the writing. And then, yes, I think that technically it is also quite clear. I think the most challenging here is to achieve a very homogeneous legato, which is not easy because there are, you know, some intervals which are tricky, like B natural and C sharp, or you know, whenever you get bigger intervals, like yeah, the F sharp B in the fourth line. And then B flat, D sharp is always a bit tricky, and you know, it should really sound as if you are, you know, playing the harp or the piano, very quite effortless. So we can concentrate a bit more on this, and I would like to work also with you on feeling the expression through the air stream. I think we can be a little bit more listening the air flowing through the reed and through the oboe, and it really will help for the general character of the piece and for the expression. So what I spoke in the beginning, this homogeneous legato and air stream through the whole intervals and through the whole piece, also in the long notes. You know, it's not static. We can have a bit more naturality air on the airflow. I would like, even if you exaggerate in the beginning, because we have piano, we don't have any crescendo, or at least in the beginning, but you can be a bit more free with the air. I think it belongs to this music, and you can really play with an airy sound. I think this is our goal, to not play very concrete. I think this is not the atmosphere, no? It's written très doux, calm, very sweet and calm. So we can really feel like a breeze of air. Right? And this is what I speak about the proportion. I think if you take the tempo of those fast notes, then the eighths should be a bit more calm, right? Otherwise, you should play. If we try to respect a bit the proportions.
Okay.
So you can take a bit more time in the eighths of the first phrase. Later we have the accelerando, etc. But you know, the atmosphere should really be as calm and as pastoral as possible. Can you
mean
try
I can take more time in the fast passages at the start, the fast notes you meant?
I think generally on the long notes you can take more time.
Okay.
Let's concentrate on playing the scales, the fast notes as smooth, as legato, as free and organic as possible.
Okay.
Take time on the long notes to really set the atmosphere, the character of this painting. And then on the eighths there is no hurry. I think it's like little touch of painting or of water or whatever you can imagine. Let's try again from the top.
Okay.
Okay, till here? very good, very good. I like much better the long notes. One tip I have for you: once you start the airflow, don't stop. Even if the attack doesn't come immediately, which can happen on the low F, but I recommend you just be very consequent with yourself, and you breathe in and then we never know how the attack will come out. It's an oboe, it's not a clarinet. So, but don't doubt, just
Okay.
And then concentrate on the big interval. So that we get it as smooth as possible.
Okay.
Once more, another thing which I think we can discuss is whenever you get to the third figure, you have the. I think it's basically the same long F sharp with a small ornament. So I wouldn't stop too much in the first F sharp. Like think it as one whole F with a little ornament.
Okay.
And the eights I like much better, like as little drops of paint.
Okay.
You can be free with the tempo, but I think not much faster than this.
Okay.
Good. Very good, very good. I think by how it is written, no, we present the motif, the atmosphere by the first one, and then there is certain continuity because he's not writing silences anymore. He doesn't write any pause. So I think we can gain as well a little bit of intensity by this. The second one similarly to the first, but then by the third one we can add a little bit of intensity and then release it with our eights. I try. Something like this.
Yeah. I really like that you have this fluent feeling throughout the first line.
I have one tip for you. I think here exceptionally you can let some air through the reed before the sound, before you want it to sound. It will help you for what I just spoke before about the about being consequent with and organic with your blowing. So I don't know if you can hear, but before I start literally playing, I let some air through the reed first. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah, but I think you can try, see how it works for you. For some people works better, for other not, but okay. I think it's very good for, we have two motions on the air, intake and exhale. So, and we have the reed which is stopping, but ideally we should let it out without too much interruption. We have the reed. So, but I think if you concentrate on and then it's already moving the air. Try, see how it feels for you. Mm-hmm. A little bit longer, the last one. And I still think that the third F sharp, the eighth note written could be quicker. Mm. Okay. Yes, otherwise we stop the motion. Is to stop it. It's like if you really try to understand it as one figure.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think it is not gonna damage anything if you really try to play without attack the F, the low F.
Okay.
I would always take it with fork fingering.
Okay.
Because it's softer. Depends on the reed, you know, but
okay.
I think in this music we really don't need a clear beginning.
Okay.
So,
okay. Yeah, it works.
great. Careful with the eights, no? Your natural tendency is to play them fast. I think we don't need. And then a last word on the scale. I think if we try of thinking on emotion for the scale, I would play so the ending always quicker than the beginning. That's the idea, no?
Yes.
But I think once you start letting it run, don't stop. So don't. I think it's not as beautiful or as organic as. This is an option. Another option would be just play everything at the same speed. It's also okay, as you prefer.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, let's continue.
Continue further.
Sorry?
I just thought you stopped me.
No. It's good. It's very good. About the eights in the second phrase already, I think the six belong together, right? We have like group of six, very clear writing from Silvestrini. So let's try to really get one motion again one idea for the 6 eighths. In the first one we have the line, so a little bit longer, but let's try get one movement, one motion, one picture for them. Right, and there I think it's quite clear that he wants more temperament, and he writes only a quarter for the F sharps. So ta-da-yam, 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 and then goes away. So let's try for the F8s. And in each group we kind of get a different color or character, no?
Yeah.
So accelerando and crescendo. So we really need to get them moving and flourishing. Try from there. Yeah, and then and then here you have a 8th F sharp, so it has to be much quicker.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it is not accelerando anymore, but it's our fastest motion, I would say.
Okay.
So ta-da-yam, 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 ta-ta-ti-ta-ti, then you stop by the retardando. And then a little tip to speaking of the 6/8 figures we have, you can always, after the 6th note, make a little comma.
Okay.
I try to exaggerate now, but I think it helps because we have 6/8, 6/8, 6/8. No, each one with different intervals, but I think they really belong together. He wrote them, in one line. So So I think it's good if we really get the 3 groups. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And in the forte, you could open a bit more the sound. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the 8 groups is better like this. I think a little bit more freedom would be good. So. Mm-hmm. Yum pa 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 pi pa 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 pi pa 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 pam. They are never pa 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 pam same. They are never equal.
Okay.
So free, quite free. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's much better for the tempo and expression. Careful with the scales. It's the same like before. It sounded so beautiful in piano. In forte it's even easier. It should be no problem. So try from the forte. From ta-ra-yam, ta-ra-yam.
Okay.
let's think the notes. How do you say do, re, mi, fa, sol, or si?
I say do, re, mi, fa, sol, but I can understand both.
Okay, great. So fa, sol. Let's think all of them clearly. Fa, sol, la, si, do, re, mi, fa, si, fa. It sounded really great in piano. I don't know why in forte not. Try, please. Yes. Think well. Fa, sol, la, si, do, re, mi, fa, si, fa. Fa, sol, la, si, do, re, mi, fa, si, fa. Yes. The C sharp missing. All the notes, think well, all the notes. Fa, sol, la, si, do, re, mi, fa, si, fa.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's continue from the next phrase. Very good, very good. I think about the character, we have the beginning, this presentation of the atmosphere, then a bit more impetuous part here in the middle with the accelerando, the forte, and now he presents a new intervals, new figure. Now it's only 8 notes instead of 9. And he writes mezzo piano, so he wants a step back. So we need a different color. For me, it's too focused, the sound in this third phrase. For the mezzo piano, and we have a new interesting interval. So, and please don't forget the line on the first note. I think in general, in this piece, in this movement, in very few moments we need a focused sound. I think you can concentrate on the contrary. I think naturally you have a very focused sound, which is good for maybe other repertoire, but I think you can really concentrate on playing unfocused in this kind of music and in this kind of piece, right? So I would say a bit more relaxed embouchure, and as I spoke to you in the beginning, concentrate on the flow of the air. We need a very good legato and a very free and flowing air stream. And
Okay.
please don't the embouchure as relaxed as possible.
Okay.
We need to work, especially if you want to play unfocused sound, with the air, not with the embouchure or not with the tongue or the throat. It's all the air. Try, please.
Sorry, did you say something?
Try. You can try now.
I don't hear you anymore.
Hello? Hi? Do you hear?
1 second. I guess you just said that I can try again what you just said. Yeah?
Yes, you can
Okay.
play. You can play. Much better.
Sorry.
Hi, you hear me?
Can you hear you? So we'll just check.
Hi. Hello? Can you hear me? If I play?
Can you say something?
Hi?
Yeah.
House?
Right, I hear you now.
Okay, good, good. I said much better.
Okay.
But still, I really want you to imagine that you really can feel with your fingers how the air is touching your fingers when you blow. And on each note, very soft fingerings, and really try to feel as if the air would touch, literally, as if you could really feel it with your fingers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, much better.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you. Especially in the slow ones, and you have very big intervals, right? So there you really can concentrate on how is my air speed working. You know, in the oboe, for each register or for each note, you need a different air speed. So in the low register, we have to play much slower air, like this. In the high register, faster. So it's a very good piece for working on this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue. Let's continue on the next passage.
Yeah.
I could, if you can, a bit softer, even if it says no attack, but it's piano and pianissimo and piano, so pianissimo.
Okay.
Like really, it's very very impressionistic music. So
Okay.
you really have to trust yourself to play almost no sound. You know, it doesn't have to be very understandable sound. It's more an effect, I would say, rather than me too.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would start also the fast figures without tonguing.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Good. You can continue.
Okay.
Very nice pause. Very nice. I think in the high passage you can play more slower. You can play slower because you know it's only eights and it says très tendre, expressive, but you know I think the character shouldn't change. We still have pianissimo and very little crescendi, but I think that the character is not very agitated. You know, it still is quiet, calmed, expressive, like singing very nicely the intervals, but no rush. You have really no reason to rushing. It's like imagine you are playing the traverse flute.
Okay.
Yes. This one's also without tonguing.
Ah, yeah? Okay.
Yes. It's the same motif, so no tonguing. Very much better the high passage, especially the ending. I really like how you played the E flat to the high D. This was very nice. Now let's just work only on G sharp to E, this interval. I think if you work it separately a few times, then it will not be a problem. With the B flat. Only these three notes, please. And with softer fingers. Okay. Now the whole thing. From the B flat.
B. Okay.
And there you can make a little stop in the F sharp. And enjoy in the G sharp. Enjoy.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I love
Bravo.
it.
No, it is good. It is good. I think, you know something, when we are maybe a little bit afraid, or not afraid, but not comfortable in this very high register, is because we don't get to play it so often with the oboe. You know, most of our pieces are within 2 octaves. And we don't work those very few notes. Actually, it's just the E, the F, and the G. of course the G sharp, F sharp, and so on. So it's just a few notes that if we would play them more often, we would feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Let's take the last line, again the scales. Again, pause, remember, if you can, without tonguing.
Ah, okay, I just thought it's 40, so okay, without tonguing.
Yeah. Careful, careful with the notes. Mi, fa, la, si, do, re, fa, si, fa. Yes.
Time so much, but for example, do you also take the last note with no attack? You try to take as much with open sound, and where you can, you don't take attack. Attack is here.
Yes, I think in this piece we don't really need clear attacks. In some notes, of course, but the beginnings, you know, is when you have this motion, there is not a very clear beginning. You know, it's like the breath, or like if you try to think on you know, the water or the wind, very impressionistic elements. They don't have, you know, corners. There is not. So that's why my preference is without, in general, you know. And even he writes it for those 8 especially, which normally we would play tita. So he really wrote specifically not. But of course you have then when you have those. There we can use tongue, and there of course, but in general, in this piece is all about, you know, impressionistic picture. So I think with the oboe, you know, our sound is totally clear. We don't. I think we need to work, especially in this repertoire, on the opposite, on getting unclear, not a very clear sound.
Okay.
But bravo, Paus. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure to work with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.